Well, hello YouTube. Another little layout update for you. It's been a little while, so I thought I would track some of my progress and some of the treasures I found at a train show in Monroe, Washington. So I'm going to start off with a train show treasures. So I've got a few boxcars this spring here. You know what? These are brand new boxcars. $5 a piece. $5, $5, $3, $5. Almost like the pizza deal. That one there, the fella said that he tried to strip the paint off, but didn't like how it turned out. Okay, I'm going to put some patches on it and call her done. Two brand new Atlas. I think those are all Athearn cars. Two brand new Atlas chemical tank cars. $10 each. Yeah, just like that. So what else do we get? We picked up that sweet Southern Pacific boxcar, $10. Weathered, metal wheels, Katy couplers, rock on. So what I've been doing here, finished off some trees all along that side there, right up to the corner. I may fill in the trees in this corner here tonight, just to fill off that mountainside there. So I'm just going to back up and do a pan here so you can kind of see how it looks. So you can see the trees really blend well in with the backdrop. I've tried to do my best to kind of make it look as good as I can. I did end up, some of my spots, it's hard to see on the camera, but I did end up putting static grass down as well. The things you see when you don't have a gun, right? So I put some static grass down over the hills as well. A couple more train show treasures. Picked up the tie crane and the spike puller. Pretty cheap on those two. So you can maybe see the static grass here. And that green matting in the back there is just to kind of hide between the trees and the backdrop. So it creates some shadows. Over here I have, you can see at the bottom, it's dark. It just kind of breaks up the contrast between the backdrop and the rest of the layout. So what else did I pick up? I didn't pick that up at the train show, but that's a new quad I picked up. Pretty cool little machine. Of course the guy's still splitting wood. So a few other things been working on. A few more trees in. Of course I got a work train sitting in the siding there. Worked on the fire hull a little bit. I'm not sure if I showed that in the last video. So far so good. Got it on. Yeah, really my lighting, I've been working on my lighting. All those goofy Christmas lights I'm going to try and take out in the next little bit and actually put in some proper lights. But I picked up some LED strip lighting from Home Depot. And yeah, stuff looks really good when it's all kind of the rest of the overhead lights are turned off. So yeah, overall pretty good. Let's see what else is in the back here for freight cars that I picked up. I built that kit there, that LPG tank car. Built that. That's new. Those two bulkhead flat cars, $5 for the pair. I also picked up a CPAA box car. Again, cheap. Couldn't really complain. $5 again for that. That lumber load, handmade, $8. So yeah, I think overall the train show was a good trip. It's probably not something that I would go to every year, but overall it's good. I'm waiting for a bunch of locomotives to come back from the train cellar. I see some of my subscribers have asked about the train cellar, and it's Mount Forest, Ontario, and it's not S-E-L-L-E-R, it's cellar as in your root cellar. So there you go. I've worked on the mill yard, and I'm going to show you the mill yard here in a minute. And those two Gulford patched up units, it's MRL, they're going to get repatched up into my internal short line, so to speak. So I've done the mill, And so what I've done is I've got the 3 tracks here. The far track to your right, it's going to be inside the paper mill, and then the track to the middle is going to be another loading track, and then the far track is going to be where the empty boxcars get cleaned out. Chemical track and the clay slurry track are going to go here, as you can see, and then chips and logs. So what I'm going to do is behind the chip cars, there's actually going to be a couple of big chip piles back there, and then the machines are going to unload the logs over here, and there's going to be a little bit of a log yard. So I had a friend of mine come over the other day. We're kind of talking about the backdrop, and we're kind of thinking about maybe making the backdrop as a crescent shaped and then filling in the middle, so I have more mill area. Kind of still thinking about it. I kind of like the round backdrop, because once the trees get in there, it's going to be seamless almost, and there won't be any edges. So I'm still thinking about it. Short of making these 2 tracks duck between some buildings and into the middle, so the freight cars actually kind of disappear, is another thing. I'll cut a hole in the backdrop and just let those 2 cars meander in between some buildings, like they're tucking further back in the mill. So I may do that. We'll see how it goes. Just the old, how do I get back there when I'm switching sort of deal. So, but yeah, that's about it for now. Like I said, I've got a bunch of buildings I have to build, but more so I've been working on that chunk of scenery there. So I'm kind of working from the back forward. So now I'm going to start when I get to that corner where the far tree is there on the hill, and I'm just going to go work this way towards the outside, or the curve on the fascia. Another friend of mine suggested that I make a bubble out on the edge of the layout where the fascia is, and then put 3 tracks, because there's actually what's supposed to be a sawmill there. So where the little make-believe loading dock is would be kind of to your left would be where the sawmill would be, and he suggested having your far track as your chips and having a couple of chip blowers blowing chips in your hoppers, and then put in a second switch where the box cars are. So where the bulkhead flat cars and the box cars, they would move over 1 track over, and then have 3 tracks there, and then I could load chips on the right, and then your bulkhead flat cars, and then your box cars right beside the mill. So still thinking about doing that. It'd be very easy to do, to add on there, but yeah, kind of see, because it would be nice, because then I could take the chips from the sawmill and eventually run the chips over to the pulp mill, so it's generating its own traffic. So yeah, we'll see. Just kind of ideas, right? So bit by bit, I think you guys will like the way the trees blend into the backdrop. Always welcome your comments. I've got a Facebook page also, Nick's Algoma Central Railway. Check it out, see what you think, and appreciate your comments and your input. Hope everybody out there in YouTube land staying warm, because it's even cold here. Take care, boys.